The current men of the hour, Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, would be a perfect fit to host the Oscars, especially as a duo. Both have the charisma and humor the ceremony needs, so you watch all 3 to 4 hours of it. If you've been keeping up with the Deadpool and Wolverine press tour at all, then I'm sure you've seen how well the two men get along. That's what almost 2 decades of friendship will get ya. I know that some people are experiencing some celebrity fatigue because they are everywhere right now, but the press tour will be over soon, and I promise we'll be missing them. Plus, I would love to hear what he comes up with in a room full of celebrities. In addition to that, a big part of the Oscars is celebrity cameos, little surprise pop-ins for like random skits to keep things interesting, because again, the ceremony is 3 hours. After Deadpool and Wolverine, we know that Ryan can get almost anyone. I would love to see who he could pull for this. In the event that Reynolds and Jackman do host the event, they would of course have to don their super suits again, and that would bring in a whole other audience for the program that might not have watched otherwise. Ryan and Hugh could do this solo or together. I am personally not picky. But speaking of superheroes, Simu Liu has been on a hosting kick lately, and it's time for him to host the big one, the 97th Academy Awards. I have a soft spot for him because he is from Canada, but I also think he would do a good job because he is really talented. The Shang-Chi star hosted the People's Choice Awards back in February of this year. He's hosted the Junos twice, and the Junos, they are music awards specifically for Canadian artists. He's done a great job every time he's hosted. It even gave him the experience on how to deal with a potential live mishap. In 2023, at the Junos, an unclothed individual jumped up on stage and was removed quite quickly. Whatever the Oscars throw at him, Simu could take it. Next choice, Meryl Streep. Now hear me out. No one understands how the Oscars work better than this woman. She has won so many of them. She is tied with 5 other actors ever for the most Oscar wins at 3, but holds the record for nominations at 21. Technically, the person with the most wins is Katharine Hepburn at 4, but she passed away in 2003, so for obvious reasons, she will not be hosting the 2025 Oscars. Streep very much still is alive and very much is suited for the job. She has a wicked sense of humor that might not shine through in her roles like Miranda Priestley in The Devil Wears Prada or Aunt March in Little Women, but if you watch some of her interviews, you will leave laughing, I promise. Plus, she will be able to make jokes about all her Oscars wins and nominations, like she did in her acceptance speech at the 84th Awards. Upon receiving the Oscar for Best Actress, she said, "Thank you. When they called my name, I had this feeling I could hear half of America groan, oh no, her again, you know, but whatever." I love that clip, and I want Meryl Streep hosting the Oscars at least once, please. If Jennifer Lawrence doesn't host the 2025 Oscars, I'm leaving. That was, of course, a joke, a reference to her cheeky moment at the 2024 Golden Globes. However, it just reminded everyone how funny Lawrence can be. She might be known for playing rough around the edges Katniss Everdeen in The Hunger Games, but in real life, she is one of like the funniest actors out there. She is a complete extrovert and always up to something. She would be a perfect choice to liven up the 2025 ceremony. Plus, she had that very famous Oscars fall up the steps back in 2013. Martin Short and Steve Martin both have quite the comedic resumes. Martin has actually hosted the event 3 times already. That's kind of what they're known for, being funny. Gomez is funny too. I mean, like, look at Alex Russo from Wizards of Waverly Place, my hero. Now imagine this though, the opening for the Oscars is only in the building themed, and the trio are solving the mystery of Jimmy Kimmel's disappearance, only to find him missing, and then they are left to take over the event. Oh my gosh, that'd be great. A girl can dream. I'd love to see the dynamic duo Jordan Peele and Keegan-Michael take this challenge on. What it says on the tin for this one: while working as valets, the pair occasionally got to encounter some of their film heroes, spurring on hilarious conversations. These roles would be so easy to reprise at the Oscars. They would be in a room full of those film heroes. The material would be endless. We know the pair are good at improv. They aren't afraid to tackle taboo issues. The show would be amazing. The more I talk about this, the more I want to see it. So fingers crossed for a Keel and Key 2025. Ayo Edebiri has been in the industry for years, but her role on The Bear has catapulted the actress to mainstream fame, and she's remained on top of the world thanks to her big personality and humor. She truly is a gem and is more than capable of hosting the Oscars in 2025. She charmed the internet with her speech at the Golden Globes this year when she thanked everyone, especially her agents and managers' assistants. That role rarely ever gets acknowledged, and Ayo is met with widespread appreciation for her gesture online, among the other funny phrases in her speech like, "If I forgot to thank you, I'm sorry, unless you were mean." She's shown she would bring not just comedy to the stage, but also an appreciation to the less recognized roles in the film industry. Trevor Noah has hosted a talk show, the White House Correspondents' Dinner, the Grammys multiple times, and yet he's never been the face of the Academy Awards. His other hosting gigs have all been met with plenty of praise, so it's hard to believe that the Oscars haven't scooped him up yet. Maybe this will be his year. People love Trevor Noah because he's one of the only hosts who can make jokes about touchy subjects, but in a non-offensive way. Usually. One YouTube comment called him funny, wholesome, and factual all at the same time. Noah's comedic award show experience has been all about music lately, so I am curious to see what he would come up with when it comes to film. But we started this list with a Ryan and we end with a Ryan. This time, Ryan Gosling. He would bring charm, joy, and Kenergy. He rocked his performance of I'm Just Ken at the Oscars last year. Hopefully, the Academy took that as an audition for him to host this year. In addition to just being a great choice for the role, Ryan's presence as host could have a positive impact on finally getting a stunt category in the show. In recent decades, with action films rising in popularity, stunts have had to get bigger and better to break through all the noise. And yet, despite stunt teams putting in the work, they hardly get recognized. It's time for a stunt Oscars category. Having Ryan as the host would help towards getting this category going because in May of this year, The Fall Guy starring Gosling released. It's a movie about being a stunt performer and appreciating stunt performers. The timing would work perfectly, and if the Academy has already decided to include the new category, who better to announce that on the Oscars stage than Ryan and his stunt doubles from the movie, Justin, Troy, Logan, and Ben in an epic onstage sequence. But let us know your top picks. See you later. It's still doing it. Okay, okay, it looks like it's not doing it as much anymore. We're off to a really good start. Key and Keel? Okay. Key and Peele. Oh my god! You're so right. Oh, this is... Jordan Keel. Why did I write Keel? Is his name actually, not Keel? Okay. It's Peele? Oh my god. I'm gonna have to redo this entire point. Okay. Hi editor, I'm so sorry. So this is point number 4. I should probably just redo it because I did write Keel multiple times. How did that happen?
It was just the first line.
Just the first line? Okay, I'll just do the first line then. Okay. I'd love to see the dynamic duo. Oh my god. I'd love to see